I'm so sorry to bother you. Do you live here?
Yeah.
I just have a question for you. Hey there. Hi, I'm so sorry to bother you. Do you live here?
Yeah.
I just have a question for you. Did you ever know your next door neighbors, the ones from before?
Kind of.
You did? Jodi and Daryl?
I interacted with her a few times.
Was she nice? Was she weird? Was she cool? Like, just that kind.
She was very nice.
She wasn't.
Fine.
She wasn't nice
She would just complain when we would have birthday parties and stuff.
for the kids, really?
She would make sure no one parked in front of her house.
So she was like a not cool neighbor.
Yeah, that's all I really know about her. I mean, she tried to be nice. I don't think she meant to be rude.
People described her as like saying that she had no soul, like behind her eyes, and that she
What
just.
are you doing a project for?
I'm like into true crime, and
Do something?
no, she hasn't done anything new.
Didn't do anything though?
Like, what is the crime
Yeah.
that Jodi did?
Yeah.
You don't know?
No.
Oh my God, I don't. Is your kid there?
I'm not listening.
She stabbed and murdered her boyfriend to death.
Did she get caught?
Oh yeah, she's in prison for the rest of her life. For the rest of her life.
Oh, wow.
Oh, if you Google it, you will be blown away. I can't believe you haven't heard about this. We got a lot of scoop. We got a lot of scoop. Wow. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here. This neighborhood is giving me the creeps. Let's just get the hell out of Dodge. Oh my God, you guys, that was crazy. It has been a long day, and I am ready for this Mormon-friendly cocktail. Wow. Let me just get to the good stuff here. Jodi finds out that Travis is going to Cancun with this other girl. So Jodi goes on her long-ass cross-country trip to get to Travis's house, where she arrives in the very, very, very late hours of the night, or the early hours of the morning, however you want to call it. The next morning, she finds Travis in the shower and tells him that she wants to take some sexy Calvin Klein style photos with him having water dripping all over him. And so there's some shots of that. Jodi's side of the story is that she dropped the camera, and this sent Travis into such a wild rage that he attacked her, like he bent down like a linebacker and attacked her and knocked her down. And there was this massive struggle, and that Travis went running into his bedroom and grabbed a gun. Travis was not a registered gun owner. There was no evidence of Travis ever owning a gun. He grabbed this gun, and it was a life and death situation, and she had to shoot him. Then there was also, I don't know where she came up with this knife, but she slit his throat so deeply that it almost decapitated him. And then she proceeded to stab him 27 times all over his body. Then she dragged his lifeless body and stuffed it into the shower. She threw some bed sheets or towels or something into the washing machine, along with the camera that she had used to take pictures of each other that night. When Travis didn't show up for Cancun with his friend, she became concerned. She was texting him like, hey, are you all ready for tomorrow? No response. This was very unlike Travis. So a few days had gone by at this point, and she hadn't heard from him. So now it's like the day before they're supposed to leave for Cancun, and Travis's friend goes to his house, and his roommates are home. Lo and behold, he lives with two other roommates, and they're both home. And they're like, no, we haven't seen Travis. We thought he went to Mexico. So there was like a miscommunication in the house. Everybody in the house thought Travis had already left for Mexico. The girl going to Mexico was like, no, let's go check on him. Well, his bedroom door was locked. They made their way into the bedroom and made a very grisly discovery. You can hear the 911 call where Travis's friends discovered his body.
What's going on? A friend of ours is dead in his bedroom. We haven't heard from him for a while.
You're a good friend of Travis, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Has he been depressed at all?
He's been really depressed because he broke up with this girl.
Has he been threatened by anyone recently?
Yes, he has. He has an ex-girlfriend that's been bothering him and following him and slashing tires and things like that. Her name's Jodi.
When police started their investigation, the one name that kept coming up over and over again was Jodi Arias. You guys, look how cute! They came out perfect. Oh, okay, I'm very pleased with these results. So everybody's telling the police, look into Jodi, she's crazy, she's been stalking him, she's slashed his tires, this and that. I mean, she was an obvious person of interest. Jodi is not even brought in for questioning. Jodi calls the police herself and says, hi, I'm a friend of Travis's. I just want to know if there's anything that I can do to help. And they're like, we're law enforcement. We're cool. If we need you, we'll let you know. But once law enforcement started hearing from so many of Travis's friends that she should be questioned, then they brought Jodi in for questioning, and her interrogation tape is incredibly interesting. Jodi's story number one.
We didn't discuss much. They just argued.
About what?
About whether or not to kill me.
For what reason?
Because I'm a witness.
A witness of what?
Him. Of Travis.
Of Travis's murder.
Yeah, but I didn't really witness it. Didn't see much. It was...
The last picture was taken.
He was kneeling down in the shower.
You took off?
I ran. And he stopped me, but
And he stopped you?
And Travis, he was still, like, conscious and still alive. And,
But you just left him there?
She has no idea. She has no idea, and then finally, the police present their evidence. The break in the case happened when law enforcement found the camera in the washing machine, which Jodi, I'm sure, thought that she'd really pulled a fast one on law enforcement. Well, guess what? Not only did they find the nude photos of Travis and Jodi, but they actually found a photo during the crime. The camera had dropped from Jodi's hand, and you can see her pant leg and Travis's bloody shoulder in the photograph. It's time-stamped. She's in the location. She's got a timestamp. She left a bloody palm print on the wall. Jodi, your goose is cooked. You're done for, Miss Arias. So eventually, Jodi finally admits to killing Travis, but saying that it was self-defense.
Did you kill Travis Alexander on June 4th, 2008?
Yes, I did.
Why?
The simple answer is that he attacked me, and I defended myself. I was very confident that no jury would convict me because I planned to be dead.
That's when the trial went on, and we heard all these salacious and sexual stories, and it was a circus. To make matters worse for Travis's family, the trial ended up in a hung jury. So the jury was deadlocked. They weren't able to agree on whether or not Jodi was guilty or not. So they had to do the whole thing again. Jodi Arias had 2 trials. So trial number 2 ended for Jodi in a guilty verdict. They were kind of waffling between or not whether to give her life in prison without the possibility of parole or the death sentence, because Arizona is actually one of the few states that still carries the death penalty. Jodi went on record saying that she would be happy to take the death penalty, and actually told her lawyers that she wanted the death penalty. But then on the final day of sentencing, she stood before the jury with the most ridiculous speech.
I've designed a t-shirt, which 100% of the proceeds go to support nonprofit organizations which also assist other victims of domestic violence.
I mean, this woman is so freaking delusional, you guys. Ultimately, okay, by the way, quick tip, you guys. Here is something that we're going to garnish our drink with. This is basil. This is mint. Before you drop in your garnish or your herb of choice. Take it a quick slap, one rub, and it's gonna just be more fragrant, and it's gonna release a lot more flavor into your cocktail. So all you wanna do is just put it in your palm, give it one slap and a little bit of a drag, and then pop that in. Anyways, back to Jodi. She gets sentenced. She's done for. Somebody in Jodi's camp was running her Twitter account, which I, of course, followed, and eventually ended up getting blocked from. Jodi Arias actually blocked me because I made some snarky remark. Anyways, that is today's episode of Killer Dishes. Thank you for coming to my kitchen. Thank you for going on that crazy field trip with me. We went on a stakeout together. That was fun. I'd like to take a minute to thank today's sponsor, my husband, who helped me remodel this kitchen and has still, to this day, never watched any of my videos because he hates true crime. Thank you so much for coming to my kitchen. And I'm off to work on my next case. I'll see you next time on Killer Dishes.